What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. It's at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below. As usual, this one's entitled Black Men Don't Owe You Reparations. Like reparations is basically, making amends for something that was done wrong to another party using either money or I get time and resources to atone what was done wrong. But for some odd reason in America, people for some odd reason act like they've been done wrong by black men, so black men owe them something, when usually it's the other way around. Now, I'm going to talk about it in different ways. So, one of the ways is black men don't owe you reparations because we don't owe you nothing. Like, there are people out here who say, who say and used to say, I lost my job because the blacks doing this and the blacks doing that. Now, there are 35 major cities in America where the black male unemployment rate is over 40%. So if you lost your job, and we already know that most of this stuff is that black men are systematically shut out of work. So if that's the case, stop blaming us like we owe you to get you another job when in a lot of cases you're the reason and that we can't even get a job, right? So stop. We don't owe you nothing because you make it your business to make sure we don't get hired in the first place, even if we're qualified. So we don't owe you anything. As a matter of fact, you probably owe us from because the way you're doing it is racist and systematically prejudiced. But let's move on. You know, I'm in fear for my life. We don't owe you reparations in the sense that we need to put our lives on the line because of your fear. Because, in all honesty, we're not the ones who have the history of killing and murdering people and killing and murdering people and letting people off scot-free or murdering people and celebrating their death. That's not us. So to say, "Oh, I'm so scared, I'm so scared, I'm so scared," that's a lie. We don't owe you um, a smile on our face and to be emasculated so you can feel special because you're scared. You just full of shit. You know, black men weren't the ones that were killing people and sending off postcards to family. Look at that. We ain't the ones doing that. That's because that's how y'all was doing. Look at us. He's hanging from a tree burning. So we don't owe you nothing. We don't owe you that. We don't owe you. We don't owe non-black women anything. I had sex with a black guy and I regretted it, so I'm gonna say that I was raped because I'm scared of what my ethnicity will do to me. And then turn around, how come black men don't want me? Man, if you don't get out my face, we don't owe you anything. How many guys went to jail? How many guys got killed behind that either didn't rape you or didn't even have a relationship with you? Don't even know you. It was just some random black guy, non-black women have said we've raped them, we've kidnapped them, we've killed their kids. Really? But but we owe you to chase you around and think you're the most sexy thing on the planet. Whatever. We don't owe you anything. Um, Black men do not owe you proof. You have to prove you're smart. We didn't already prove it. Smarter, more innovative, um, better at a lot. Our track record is out there, so we don't owe you more proof of how good we are and how good we have been and how good we continue to be. You know, we don't owe you proof of life or proof of trust because we're not the ones making all of these suspect moves. That's everybody else. So to be so skeptical of our abilities and our, how can I say this, our abilities and our humanity, that's your problem. Because we don't owe you that. Because you already know what it is. I mean, you can't steal all of our creation and then act like we need to prove something else to you. That's just a, a hustle way of saying I need you to do something else so I can make a living for me. That's all it is. So we don't owe you anything. As far as our own women, we don't owe you reparations. I mean, you took advantage of feminism. You took advantage of affirmative action. You you take advantage of the police when they're useful to you, or the family court system when they're used to you. Then all of a sudden you gotta prove something to y'all too. We don't owe y'all nothing. We're not the ones that crossed y'all. Y'all crossed us. You know, even when it comes to the marriage part, even though some of you ladies want marriage, and I'm not disparaging you because of that, you want these men to do too much. We don't owe you. Like if your family didn't set didn't leave you didn't if your family didn't leave you an inheritance, and your family, as parents and grandparents, haven't put you in a position to be successful, then how is it that some black man is supposed to come there and fix all what your family didn't do and what your parents didn't do, and, and pay for it all? And if he doesn't, then he's beneath you. Whatever. I mean, if you really want to be honest about it, how many of your families actually pay for these weddings? Just saying. Um, so no, we don't owe you. We don't owe you reparations for anything. Uh, as far as we don't owe the society anything. You know, school to prison pipeline. I mean, let's start with we can even start with the slave trade. For the longest, until like the last 80 years, all the slave trade was predominantly black men. They brought black women in on the back end. After that, everything was um, oppressive to black men, to the point that now we got the school to prison pipeline that's predominantly focused on young black boys before they become men, to stop and frisk. So all of this, a lot of these businesses practices, and a lot of the military practice, to me, a lot of law enforcement always target black men. What I mean by military, if you can't get you to go to jail, we're gonna get you in this military. Not saying nothing, nothing's wrong with the military. I'm just saying how it works. You might be on the front lines, or you know, might have to be a crash dummy for non-black people, and if you survive, then you can lead the charge, type stuff. But if not that, you might be in law enforcement, and you be all in black neighborhoods trying to arrest black men, but you're not going to non-black neighborhoods because they're not doing anything, right? They're dindus, you know. Even going a little bit further, than that. Black men, we don't owe each other anything to a degree because we also glorify the worst of us and marginalize the best of us. You know, we're taking out our daddy issues and brother issues and family issues on other black men, and then we're wanting black men to come along and save us. Like we have this messiah complex, like everybody else in general, who we don't owe anything because everybody wants us to be their messiah. Everybody thinks black men should come along and save their life and change their life and turn all of their bad days into good days, and at the same time get crucified at the end of the day, and we're cool with that. No, we're not. So we don't owe you nothing. We don't owe you reparations because to be perfectly honest, at the end of the day, y'all lives ain't that bad. Y'all not under attack. It's not y'all. It's us. And all of y'all in on setting us up and screwing us over, and then all of a sudden we supposed to turn around and do everything for y'all. What I'm saying is we're surrounded by a bunch of y'all want us to be y'all messiah, but everybody in this society is a bunch of Judases. So why they didn't save Judas? So why should we save you? And we don't owe you nothing because you selling us out for 40 pieces of silver. So that's my opinion. Yeah.